Are you ready to activate the awesome? What does that mean? Well, I'm Andrea Ervay, your host for LKNConnect's Business Spotlight. And today I would love to introduce you to Michelle McKown-Campbell with Activate the Awesome. So Michelle, please tell our Lake Norman guests what that is all about.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for having me here, Andrea. Activate the Awesome is a movement. It's a movement for people to unlock the untapped potential that they already have. I think there's too much out there telling us what we could do, what we should do, go and get this, do that. But actually, we're pretty awesome right in this moment. And when we realize that, amazing things happen. And so I have a framework that enables people to gather the undeniable proof of who they are in the moment.
Awesome. So who are these people? I mean, anybody, or do you have a specific clientele that you work with?
I've actually worked with just about everybody. I've been in middle schools, high schools, and colleges, because if we think about the transition of learning to life, every transition, you need to know about who you are, who am I, and what my awesomeness is, so you can stand proud and be confident. But I also love being in organizations, especially now more than ever. There's a real problem with disengaged workforces. And it's because they don't know what their awesomeness is. And if we all knew the awesomeness that we have and we're surrounded with, what an amazing place it would be to work.
Awesome. I love that. And I think not enough people realize how awesome they are. And that's when we go into the self-doubt and the self-sabotaging and don't really measure up to our full potential, right?
Absolutely. We miss out on opportunities. And I do this work because that was my story. My story was I didn't realize how awesome I was. I was terrified of my own shadow. And in my speaking, you will often hear me say, it's crazy. My name is Michelle because I lived in my shell, literally, like seriously at the back, clearing out. I was terrified. Every so often I would come out and I think, okay, I can do this. And I feel the confidence. And the sunlight being in that brightness was just too terrifying. And so my journey was, I wasn't fearful of failure as much. I didn't want to fail. I was comfortable in the gray, but I was terrified of being properly out as I am, the good, the bad, the downright, awful, and the truly awesome. That was truly petrifying for me. And I saw it in other people. I worked in HR and I would see it often in our employees and in our applicants. And I would be thinking, why? Why don't you know how awesome you are? And so it's been a lifelong journey.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that so much. And I know that you are a shining bright star right now. And I'm glad that we were able to meet and share just a little glimpse of your story and what you do to help with that ripple effect to the amazing people that are out there. So thanks so much for being here with us today, Michelle.
Thank you so much for having me. And please, everybody, activate your awesome. And if you don't know how, you see me.